Now let's discuss the Surangama Sutra. Purna said, I and the Tathagata share the same precious, perfect, luminous, truly wondrous, and pure mind. Purna said, like I and the Buddha has the Tathagata Garbha and the wondrous, luminous, true mind, all the same, without duality and perfect. Yet, I am different from the Buddha. I have these deluded thoughts from many past lives, and I long remain in samsara, cycling in the 6 rebirth realms. Now I have attained the noble vehicle, yet it is still not ultimate. Now I know a good method to cultivate spiritually and how to become a sage, yet it is still not perfect, because Purna at that time was only an arhat. Only the Buddha is perfect. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are more perfect. Those from the lesser vehicles, such as Arhats, Sravakas, and Pratika Buddhas, are not quite perfect yet. Those who have attained the noble vehicle in the lesser vehicle is not perfect. We continued, Sakyamuni Buddha, when all delusions are completely extinguished, only the wondrous, true, and constant remains. So all the deluded thoughts should be eliminated. Only the Tathagata Garbha, the wondrous, luminous, true mind, are ever present. Now I would like to ask Sakyamuni Buddha, for what reason do all sentient beings give rise to delusion, which obscure their own wondrous luminosity, wondrous, luminous, true mind, and cause them to sink into this drowning cycle, endlessly in the rebirth cycle, unable to be liberated. So what reason give rise to the deluded thoughts? This small excerpt is talking about this. Earlier, we talked about that humans have originally embodied the wondrous, luminous, true mind. Like everyone has this excellent musical instrument. If you don't play it, it will not produce beautiful sound. Sakyamuni Buddha, at least, like a violin, Grandmaster doesn't know how to play the violin, but Sakyamuni Buddha can. So when he plays the violin, everybody is in trance. Although you have the violin, which is your wondrous, luminous, true mind, which you have, but because you don't know how to play it, then of course there is no beautiful music. Sakyamuni Buddha has this analogy, like the pipas. You need your fingers to play it. Sakyamuni Buddha can radiate light whenever he wishes, or enter meditation, or to be pure. Press our fingers and he's purified. And for us, when we press our fingers, we would feel pain. We are not purified. So that's his analogy. So, what is affirmation and what is negation? Someone make this analogy, which we often say philosophically. The white horse is a horse. A horse is not necessarily a white horse. It is right that the white horse is a horse. That's affirmation. But a horse is not a white horse. A horse is not necessarily a white horse. So that's an analogy too. So Sakyamuni Buddha sometimes talk about, no, it's not this, it's not that, it's not anything. It's not the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. It's not the form or sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, and everything. It's not the 18 realms. It's not the 4 noble truths. It's not the 6 paramitas. It's not the 12 link of dependent origination. It's not luminosity. It's not lack of luminosity or ignorance. It's not the Buddhas. It's not Arhats. It's not Tathagatas. But on the other hand, it is It is the Four Noble Truths. It is the 18 realms. It is the 12 links of dependent arising. It is the 6 paramitas. It is Tathagatas. It is Buddhas. It is our hearts. This is the same as saying that a white horse is a horse. So a white horse is a horse. But a horse is not a white horse. The wondrous, luminous, true mind is this. But we can also see the wondrous, luminous, true mind is not this. One is wider and one is narrower. That's an analogy. Now Purna asks, it's my Tathagata Karpa and wondrous, luminous, true mind are exactly the same as those of the Buddhas. But why we are cycling in the 6 rebirth realms, sinking in the drowning cycle? What reason is that all sentient beings are drowning in that rebirth cycle? So this question should be easy to answer. So Sakyamuni Buddha said to Purna, although you have resolved your doubts, remnants of confusion remain. I shall now question you with an example from the world before us. Have you heard of this story? In the city, there is a man called Yanadatta. One morning, suddenly he looked into a mirror which reflected his face, and the person inside the mirror, you can see his eyebrows, eyes, and features very clearly. And then suddenly he became angry. Why? His head cannot see his own face, thinking that that's a demon. And I think that is not right. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself, you don't think of it as a demon. So either because you cannot see yourself, you're a demon, or because you see what's inside the mirror as a demon. So he ran wild. What does this mean? Why did this man run mad for no cause? Purna replied, because that man's madness came from nothing but his own mind. There was no other cause. Then Sakyamuni Buddha said, the Tathagata Karpa, the wondrous, luminous, true mind, is originally perfect. There is no delusion about it. Because you see something false, that's why you become mad. And because you have this cause, that's why you have delusion. Because you have deluded thoughts, they perpetuate the causes for delusion. Then, through layers of confusion, piled upon confusion, you pass through the dust for eons, many countless reincarnations. Even when the Buddha reveals the truth, although Sakyamuni Buddha tells everyone that you should understand the awareness, beings still cannot be brought back. So such confused causes arise from confusion itself. So because of your delusion, you have deluded thoughts. If you know that confusion has no cause, delusion has nothing to rely on. So people think what they see and become deluded, yet those are false, and then they are in the rebirth cycle. If you have no deluded thoughts, then you don't need to extinguish those deluded thoughts. That's for now, for today. So, how can you have deluded thoughts? By looking into the mirror. Because back then there may not be any mirrors. So that's why Sakyamuni Buddha said when he looked into the mirror, he was in trouble. That's what he meant. Every one of us is problematic. Every one of us is deluded. So that is really true. It's clear it's not true, yet you're still deluded by it. Like when you see things in this world, why do you want to do that? It's a good figure, so you like it. if it's an old lady taking a shower, would you like it? No, that's delusion. Now, if you know that there's an old lady taking a bath, would you peep? No, you always peep young, beautiful ladies with good figure. Some people just love doing that. That's how it is. Like about the money, now I can say don't have much temptation about money at all. I shout "Bao for you because you all want it, but for myself, I don't have such desire anymore. I'm content with everything. So doesn't matter how much more I have, it's all just like that. Sensual pleasure, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas taught me to have little desire, to be content, and to live life with simplicity and less desire. When you live to be this age, you need to have pure mind and few desires. You have nothing to seek or to ask for. If you don't want anything, if you don't seek anything, then you don't think much, then you can fall asleep very easily within a few seconds. That's what it is. Past deeds were in the past. Now I should live with few desires and a clear mind.